Sometimes things aren't better, but then they always do get better.
Meri Brown just received some heartbreaking news. Her brother Adam just passed away after struggling with cancer.
There's always a variety of...
He's not just Meri's brother, he's also Janelle's ex-husband. Guys, you will not believe just how complicated and really sad this whole situation is. So before she married Cody, Janelle was married to Adam, and that's actually how she met Cody and Meri in the first place. And it's one of the reasons why we all thought that Adam and Meri weren't really super close. I mean, he was Janelle's ex and Janelle was Meri's sister wife, so even though the two of them were never exactly best friends, they still raised a family together. And it had to have had made things pretty awkward for Adam and Meri. So it's crazy to think that all this time, Meri was actually still really close to her brother Adam. But that's what makes this news even more devastating, because Meri posted about what happened on her Instagram, and what she had to say was just heartbreaking. So, Adam passed away on October 5th, 2023, and according to Meri, there was just about 2 months before his 55th birthday, so he was not old at all when he passed away. But the family knew it was going to happen sooner rather than later because Adam had cancer, and Meri said that they, were told it was pretty terminal. And she knew that he potentially only had weeks or months to live. But that did not make the process any bit easier. About 5 weeks before his passing, Adam apparently texted Meri and he gave her the terrible news, and he told her that he'd made the decision to not continue his chemo treatment. And his cancer was progressing really fast, and it seems like there was nothing the doctors could do for him anymore. And I just can't even imagine how Meri must have felt when she read the text. She must have been absolutely crushed. And Meri's Instagram tribute to Adam was really sweet, but it also gave us some more insight into her family life, and it looks like she's really been through a lot over the years. So Adam actually wasn't the first sibling she lost. Meri was one of 7 siblings, and she was the 3rd oldest, and according to her, the first 4 siblings shared a very special bond, and she still clearly loves her 3 youngest siblings. But there was something special about the original 4, and in her post, Meri talked about how she wasn't sure why the 4 of them shared such a unique bond, and she said that maybe it was because only the 4 of them were born in California and they had memories of their early childhood there. And Meri also said that the 4 of them were born closer together, and they each had only about 1 to 2 years between them, and the 5th child, Elaine, was born 3 years later, so the difference wasn't massive. But for kids, I guess 1 year can make much more of a difference than you'd think, so this definitely could be part of it. And Meri said that she wasn't sure what exactly it was that made the 4 of them feel so close, and she said that there was just something about the original 4, it wasn't better. It was just different, and honestly it sounds like their sibling bond really was something special, and this is why what Meri said in her post was just so sad, because with Adam gone now, Meri is the only one left of the original 4. Her younger sister Teresa passed away in 2006. She also had cancer, and their oldest brother Mark passed away 9 years later, in 2015, because he had some serious heart issues. And now 8 years later, Adam passed away too, which just leaves Meri. Now of course, she still has her 3 younger siblings, and she obviously loves them too, but this must still be extremely difficult for her, especially since her mom Bonnie also passed away somewhat recently in early 2021. And Meri's had to deal with so much loss and big life changes lately. It's just amazing that she's, been able to stay so strong, because in her post, she said that she would move forward living, loving, forgiving, and remembering. And she clearly wants to honor her brother's memory, which is really sweet, and she wants to remember Adam with honor and kindness and love. And I hope that she's able to do just that. It really sounds like she and Adam had a special bond, and it's kind of sad that we didn't really know about this. But maybe that was on purpose, because it seems like Adam was a pretty private guy overall. He rarely used social media, and we never really found out a lot about him, which is honestly kind of crazy if you think about it. I mean, not only were he and Meri close, but like I said, he was also married to Janelle at one point, and the 2 of them met towards the end of high school, and they got married in 1988. When Janelle was only 19 years old now. Unfortunately, their marriage obviously didn't last very long. They got divorced just 2 years later in 1990 and only 3 years after that in 1993 Janelle married Cody and became his second wife. So, what's interesting is that Meri actually married Cody in 1990, the same year Janelle and Adam got divorced. So honestly, the whole dynamic is just really messy and complicated, and there's a lot that we just don't know about it, and it's not clear why Janelle and Adam went their separate ways after just 2 years of marriage. The only thing we know is that Janelle said the divorce was horrible and that after it was all over, Adam supposedly lost touch with her and his family, and that makes a lot of sense if you think about it, because Meri and Janelle obviously later became sister wives, so it's perfectly understandable that Adam might have lost touch with some members of his family like Meri, but clearly they eventually fixed things and became close as siblings again. I'm not sure when that happened, but I wouldn't be surprised if it took some time. But like I said, the whole thing just sounds super messy, so some distance was probably needed for everyone involved. And like Janelle, Adam didn't stay single forever. He married a woman named Tammy, and they even went on to have 3 kids together, and I'm glad that everyone was able to move on. You know, Janelle and Adam's marriage clearly was not meant to be, and Melty actually said something about it a while ago on her Patreon. Someone asked her if Janelle and Meri's relationship was tense because she divorced Meri's brother, but according to Mel, this thing in particular didn't actually cause a lot of tension between the two of them. Allegedly, Adam did not treat Janelle right, and that's why she left him, and Meri apparently didn't have much of a problem with that. Now, Janelle never actually confirmed this, but I can kind of see how this would make sense, because she did say that Adam lost touch with his family for a little while, and maybe that wasn't just because he didn't like Janelle, you know, joining Meri's family, but maybe Meri also had a problem with some Adam's behaviors back then. It's all speculation. There's a lot we don't really know about what went down back then, and I mean, even Melty probably doesn't know the whole story. She wasn't there when Janelle married Cody. At that point, even her mom, Christine, wasn't actually there, so it's impossible to know exactly what happened. But what's important is that clearly everyone was able to move on, and Meri and Adam repaired their sibling relationship. And in her Instagram post, Meri said that she had a ton of good memories with Adam, and their relationship apparently taught her a lot, and it's clear that she will miss him. And I hope that her friends are there to support her through this really difficult time. Losing someone that you were close to is never easy, and Meri's been through a lot lately. But what do you guys think? I mean, are you as devastated for Meri as I am? And did you know that she and Adam were so close? It's definitely a huge loss, and it's a huge loss for someone that just walked away from, I know it was non-existent, but a pretty non-existent marriage. She lost a big portion of her family. She just lost her mom. Now to lose a brother, it's a lot in only a matter of a couple years. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings on Meri, but I do think it's got to be a really tough time for her, so definitely putting her in our thoughts. But guys, put in the comments below what you guys think, and what you think about the whole Janelle and Adam saga, and